Hi, it's me Vamp, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. Today I have a video that is not going to have any of me fighting enemies or anything. It's a simple top video, as in my top melee weapons. I think I'm going to do 5, and just to be clear, these aren't the most powerful in the game. These are just melee weapons that I enjoy for various reasons, and I will explain my reasoning. Also, I'm not including any Czar weapons in this list because all the Czar weapons are super OP compared to the normal counterparts in game. So yeah, I could make a list about just Czars all day. So we're not going to include that. And I'll show you guys my build as I'm telling you guys. So yeah, Maya would be, this is in no particular order by the way. Maya would be a favorite of mine for, okay, most of you might see this as a ridiculous reason. And that is because of the fact that it was my first actual melee, okay? The first melee I built in Warframe, and I enjoyed it so much. Also, I had just started really getting into Supernatural at that time, and you know, that whole, the first blade thing, and the Maya looked a lot like the first blade to me. So yeah, the Maya is a very good choice in my opinion. Now the next choice I'll have to find. I wish you could mark melee weapons by favorite, so you could, any weapon by favorite, so you could just get to it real quick. Graham is another choice, but this is purely aesthetic reasons, okay? It's not a bad weapon by any means, but aesthetically it's clean. It's super clean. I know that, and there's, you know, that stuff like Day of the Dead skin. We won't even get into all the 10-gen options for heavy blades. But yeah, aesthetically, the Graham is clean. Ignore that I did that. Don't know why I did that. But let's move on to the next weapon. And there's a legit reason behind the next weapon, I can assure you. Just let me find it. Here we go. Cyanoid Heliocore. Okay. Cyanoid Heliocore has a special thing. Okay. First of all, whenever an enemy is killed by a heavy attack, it makes them an ally for like 20 seconds or so. So, I mean, that's pretty okay in general. And in addition, whenever you kill an enemy with this weapon, it provides a codex scan. It's akin to its normal variant, the Heliocore, but this is just a bonus. So why wouldn't you get this? You can get the normal Heliocore from the Maris, but this you get from Cephalon Suda, I think. Okay, this build is incomplete because I don't really use the weapon anymore, because I have a weapon that I use regularly because it's real powerful, and we'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, I used to use this weapon all the time. It really is good, especially if you have a need to scan cats. Now, honorable mention, I guess, is the Sinister, but it's not really in the top 5 list. Just while I'm here, I'm going to honorably mention it. I'll show you guys why it's not in this. top 5 list. Ignore that low battery. As you can see, this is my build for the Sinister, which would have been fine back in the day until they nerfed the Sinister into the ground. Now, if you want a lot of time, you'll have to do combo duration to increase the timer, in which case you'll decrease the damage to almost nothing, so there's little to no point in using a Sinister these days. Although back in the day it was my go-to weapon, it was my peak fun weapon, because I base stuff off of fun and, useful. Speaking of fun, there is another weapon here that is fun to use. This is like a Captain America style. Wait. Wrong. Okay. There, this is how it looks normally. Okay. Okay. There we go. I don't even know where I got this skin. Okay. I don't even have a build on it. So just ignore this, okay? We'll pretend like that never happened. Instead, I will show you guys the Redeemer Prime in its place. I have to have a build for the Redeemer. Yes, I do. And again, I do not know where this build came from. Okay, guys? The normal Redeemer looks like this. A little less lavender, I guess. But yeah. Okay, here we go. And now let's get to the Let's get to the weapon I use all the time, okay? This is my go-to weapon for everything. Don't know why it is, it just is. This is my go-to weapon. Okay, let me show you the build. Let me explain why it's my go-to weapon, okay? It's my go-to weapon because it was the first weapon in the game that you could, first decent weapon in the game that you could get 100% slash. I mean, not slash. 100% status. Sorry about that. Yeah. And with 100% status, condition overload. Condition overload did get nerfed a bit since then, but this weapon still wrecks in the steel path. So yeah, I use it there. I enjoy it there. It's a very good weapon. I was going to say fun. I don't know about fun, but it is a good weapon. It definitely is. And that is my list of weapons. Again, if you're out there listening, it would be awesome to have, like, at the very least, a system where we can mark our favorite weapons and then, have a whole thing where we can sort by our favorite weapons. That would be totally cool. Like, if I could sort by favorite and mark favorite or something, so I don't, for those people who have lots of weapons to go through. But yeah, if you enjoyed the top list, definitely let me know, and I'd be willing to do more top lists in the future. I know this was requested by some of you, and yeah, I finally got around to doing it because I do actually read the comment section. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.